up, guys? Welcome to another statue review, and it's actually the first statue review of 2021. And as you can see, it's a damn good one. Today, we have Sideshow Collectibles premium format exclusive, the Raging Cajun himself, Gambit. Stay tuned.
Oh, I got a live one here.
Welcome back, guys. So first of all, why Gambit? Well, like many of y'all watching, I grew up watching the X-Men 90s cartoon, okay? That was really my introduction to the X-Men as a whole. A little bit of background real quick, guys. Child of the 80s, but my adolescence was in the 90s, okay? So I was just coming to kind of learning what I liked, what I didn't like, my identity, stuff like that. And I really gravitated to all kinds of cartoons, but X-Men was definitely one of my favorite ones of all time, along with, you know, Gargoyles, Batman animated series, stuff like that. I mean, pretty sure all y'all can relate with that. So yeah, I mean, Gambit, along with all the other characters in the X-Men cartoon, were just very interesting. I don't think there was any specific one that I didn't really like, including Jubilee, even though I was just like, that's a weak power. Anyway, so the reason why I like Gambit, and I got this statue, guys, is because I like his charisma, his style, not only his style as far as, you know, his mutant powers, his energy, but also just like he's a ladies' man, he's a kind of a con artist in a way, thief. But yeah, I mean, that's why I picked him up, guys. A lot of nostalgia here, and honestly, from all the Gambits that I've seen, this may be, this is my opinion, the best Gambit statue ever made. Okay, that's just my opinion. Now, I did see the XM one. I could have gotten it, but I felt this one was just way more dynamic. So I picked it up. And yeah, so here we go through the review, guys.
What's up, guys? So as you can see, this is a pretty good sized box, okay? Just want to let you see it for yourself. Front of the box is pretty much awesome picture of the statue itself. Like, honestly, like seeing this picture, wow, like I see the statue, but man, this picture alone just looks freaking awesome. I mean, it has the statue, Gambit on the bottom, and you can see in the background, of course, which is the bases, the danger room, okay? So very vibrant colors too. You know, we have this, and then the pink for the kinetic energy, okay? Side over here, which is a Gambit. Now, when this came in for me, guys, unfortunately, I don't know what the heck happened. Big ass hole right there. Lucky enough, the statue was okay. Didn't have any problems with it. But yeah. The side over here, same thing as the other side. But yeah, guys, and the top is their Gambit, black with pink. Very beautiful art box. All right, guys, so let's do this review. So let's first start off with the base. As all of y'all know, this is a danger room base. And what I really love about it is that it's kind of like that holographic projection of the danger base, kind of like a glass, I guess if you can say, just being completely torn up, being cracked, with this claw coming out to, I guess, grab somebody, cause damage to somebody. And around it, as you can see, there's the explosions. This could either be from Gambit himself demolishing this claw, or because it's being bent, and what I see right here, kind of ripped, pulled out of the actual ground, just buckling under all this pressure of, you know, the Gambit on it, the pressure, the fight that's going on, just completely just being demolished, being torn out of the ground, blown up. Very dynamic. That's what I love about this base specifically. The claw itself is very detailed, kind of like a metal, not a metallic, kind of a metal. But the only thing I wish they kind of would have probably done, guys, but it probably would have cost more, actually I'm pretty sure it would have, is right here in the center. It'd be awesome if this was a little light up feature. I think that would have brought out this statue just that little bit more. Nonetheless, it's still awesome. Now going up to the explosions, guys, these are very well done. What I like about it that there's different shades, different colorings. At the base of these explosions is very bright. That's where the most of the energy obviously is coming from. And as it's exploding out, it gets darker and darker and darker. Very accurate with this. And the places of the explosions are very awesome. It's on the bottom, obviously, where the explosions are occurring, where this claw is being torn out of the foundation. And also in between the little ridges, kind of like a slinky, I guess if you could say, where they're also being exploding due to all the pressure, which I think that's what's going on. The only thing that I don't know how other people's got it, guys, but in the back here you can see kind of a good seam line. I guess they didn't really mind doing that because you're going to be seeing the statue either something like this to this degree, any one of the degrees. Obviously you're not going to have the statue for like this for whatever reason. I mean, even if you display it, maybe him attacking somebody or whatever, it's going to be this way. So I'm guessing that's just a kind of a nitpick. And again, if they're going to do it, fine, it's in the back, you can't see it, okay? Except in my case, obviously with my mirrors. All right, moving up to Gambit himself, guys. I really like the color scheme they put here. Very reminiscent of the comics of the 90s, of Jim Lee. And honestly, that was my favorite era of X-Men, the Jim Lee era. And that's why I'm a huge X-Men fan of that era, just because of Jim Lee. No other artist has been able to really impress me. This is not an insult to any of them, but Jim Lee's the one who just brought out the X-Men. That style of his is just so iconic. And, you know, in that era of those X-Men, I just think it was fantastic, phenomenal. Just you're never gonna beat it. So anyways, it's very reminiscent of that that style of Gambit that I see here. Obviously it's not the Jim Lee style as far as the cross hatching and all that, but still the design I feel is very much that style, which is a big reason too why I picked it up. Anyway, going up to Gambit, guys, his boots, they have like a metallic kind of sheen to them. Silver, there's a lot of shading in between the ridges of each section, I guess if you want to call it the boots. I love that the bottom has the traction pattern, the soles of the feet. His pants are a flat, like a matte black, which is fine because it really makes other pieces of the outfit stand out. For example, the boots, I mean, those boots really pop because of the flat black and also the purple lines on his thigh. You know, those purple, they're pink, fuchsia, I don't know. And then going up to his torso, very awesome sculpt overall. The statue, his torso has all the abdominals, the obliques, the chest, you can see it. And then up in his chest, it's the little collar area. Now, going up to his coat, guys, very well done. You know, it's a brown leather coat, and I think they nailed it with this. I mean, it looks like a brown leather coat. It has the different textures and it has the different shading elements in it and making it look weather. It's not just like a brown. There's some black shading in there. And I just love the movement, the flow of the coat itself. And that's one thing I really like about this statue overall, just the movement, the flow, the action, everything about this is awesome. But moving on to his kinetic energy wave, guys, the cards, we got 3 aces here, and I think this is perfectly done. You know, it's not, 3 is good, 4 might have been overkill. And what I really like about them is that they're all going towards a target. And more so too, that they're not all parallel with each other. They're all at different angles of each other. Like this one's straight, this one's a little bit further back, and this one's almost flat on his back. The wave here is just, I guess, I don't really know what this material is, guys. And I'm looking at it from this angle where the light hits it, guys. I didn't see it until just right now, but it's not just a pink paint job. You can actually see like speckles of different shades of pink, white. So it really brings it out. Like if you hit it from the right angle, like I'm looking at it right now, you probably can't see it on the camera. Right there, the light's hitting, I can see those little speckles, which in the comic and in the cartoon, you see that with Gambit, like the energy it looks like it's bubbling, the action, you know, movement, molecule, stuff like that. And that's the kinetic energy going into effect. And like I said, I just noticed that right now. Right now, it's not really hitting the light, so it kind of just looks like a semi-clear pink. But when I move it to a certain angle where the light hits it just right, yeah, you can see it. And I think that's a very, very awesome touch, guys. The bow staff, I really love it. I love that they didn't just have it dead center where that's where he's holding it. He's holding it more to one side than the other. And I think it works really well because there's less staff on this side than there is on this side. And I think it balances it greatly because obviously there's more of him over here. So we got to kind of cut it down, and it brings, facing you, it looks awesome. You know, it just really, overall, the flow of this statue is just perfect, guys. Like I'm not seeing anything bad about this. Hey guys, so like I said, this is actually exclusive, and what I have on him right now is the exclusive head sculpt portrait. Now, I feel that for me personally, the exclusive was a must, just because it really accentuates Gambit's personality. I mean, the only real difference is, you know, has a smirk, he has a toothpick, and the hair is a little bit more flat and more tamed, okay? But I think just that smirk and toothpick, that really just amplifies his attitude, his personality. And for me personally, it was a must just because of that. Now, here's a regular head sculpt, okay, as you can see. And the difference is, I'll put up some pictures, is the regular head sculpt, his hair is more flowing upwards, okay? Which is definitely good for this statue, guys, because obviously he's in action, so that hair is gonna be up and wild and moving around. This one, it's more tamed. Not to say that it's just combed straight. I mean, there is obviously motion in it, as you can see right there, but definitely, you know, it's the portrait, the face itself that really sells me on this one. Now, my advice, guys, is if you're gonna buy this statue and have them displayed in an area where you can't really see him up close, then the regular portrait is fine, honestly. After getting this one and realizing, you know, where am I going to position Gambit in my statue room, more than likely I'm going to put him up top somewhere. So with that said, you're not really going to be able to see his face, his portrait up close. So because of that, this might be well for people who really don't care about that. And as of recording this video, the regular edition statue of Gambit is still up for pre-order. The exclusive, I believe it's waitlisted as of this time. Okay, so yeah, guys, let me go ahead and switch out the portraits. You may not be able to see any difference from this distance, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. Okay. So there's his other, excuse me. There's his collector's edition, the regular portrait. And honestly, guys, from first glance at it, I really prefer the exclusive, honestly. I had not even tried it until right now to put the regular on. Put it on now, I'm glad that I got the exclusive. But again, that's just me, guys. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna put that one back, and that's how I'm gonna display them. This one will probably just stay in the box. Honestly, I don't see any real need, me personally, to ever display them with this portrait. So yeah, I'm definitely glad I got this one, guys. So I'm just gonna do a quick close-up capture of Gambit himself. So there's his face sculpt right there. Okay, there's a kinetic wave. Let me see if I can get the camera to catch that light like I was mentioning before. right there. As you can see those white speckles, different coloring. Okay. There's his boots, the explosion towards the bottom, and his bow staff, the leather coat. This is what I'm talking about, guys, how it just looks so nice and so well done. The paint job on this coat is just excellent. I'm not seeing anything wrong with it. Just beautifully done. And there's a Danger Room base right there. And I really like how it has two colors, like, you know, because that's what the Danger Room is. It's a room to create objects, and two tones, I mean, just use your imagination. Maybe this was like some kind of grass being broken. Now we have the metal, the floor. And as you can see, there's like the paint job, guys. When the light hits it, you can see the reflection of the claw. That's actually not painted, that's the claw being reflected. Okay, awesome. There are the explosions right there. And yeah, I mean, this statue is just awesome, guys. I mean, if you haven't picked it up, I would highly recommend it. If you're a Gambit fan, if you're an X-Men fan, or if you're just feel you like dynamic statues, this is definitely one. Okay, there he is, and he's coming for you. All right, guys, so let me give you my final thoughts on Gambit. Now, to start off with first, let's talk about the execution, okay? And what I mean by that is when you look at this statue, does it give it justice to the character? You know, do you look at this statue and be like, yeah, that's Gambit, or that's definitely Gambit, and like, holy crap, they freaking got it, they knocked it out the park? And I would say, yeah, definitely, I would give this a 10 for execution. You know, with the base, you know, as we all know, when it comes to X-Men, you know, that damn Sentinel base is played the hell out. But they actually did something different, which I gotta give extra points for that. Okay, so Danger Room base, first of all, and then also, you know, just the dynamic pose, the thrusting forward, the cards going, the complete motion with it. You know, execution, definitely a 10, okay? The paint, next. Do I feel that the paint was done without any kind of problems, issues, etc.? I would definitely have to say so. You know, from the bottom with the different shades of the base with the Danger Room, all the way to the claw, to the explosions, to the outfit, the code, the cards, the kinetic energy, the bow staff, everything. I mean, the flats are where they're supposed to be. You know, the shading is perfect, you know, in the body. You know, like I said, with the pants, it's flat. That was a perfect choice to do. So the paint itself definitely gets a 10 as well. Now the craftsmanship, I would give the craftsmanship, well, like I said, this is just a nitpick, and because it's just a nitpick, I'm not gonna knock any points for the craftsmanship. Just the explosions in the back, like I said before, guys. You know, you can just see that seam line, but again, they knew what they were doing. They put it in the back where nobody was gonna see it. So the craftsmanship, it was done good. The only thing that I just worry about, guys, is these explosions, like I can see the tips of these breaking off. Oh yeah, they break off pretty damn easy. Like, I mean, I'm looking at them, and when I took them out of the box, it's like, whoa, hold on, like this thing can break. Like, I'm serious, like it feels like where the explosions are, it feels like fragile toothpicks, honestly. Could they have done that with maybe a different material? I think they could have. You know, I don't think that the explosions needed to be polystone, just because the tips are just so damn fragile. I could see them breaking off very easily. Also the kinetic wave, you know, it's fragile, guys. Like, I fear that any misstep with this statue, guys, can cause it like easily to break, you know? That's one of my biggest fears with this statue though, guys. And I don't know how to rate the craftsmanship because of that, because it's not so much that they did it wrong. It's just that I wish they would have used a different material. And I think with that, they could have used a different, more durable material for this, guys, because like I said, I mean, yeah, like I'm in serious fear that these things could easily break. I think they could have used a different, more durable material for the explosions, for the kinetic wave, and still have the same effect, the same look. But again, for the craftsmanship, just on that, like, I don't know, like I'm thinking long term. And again, it's hard for me to really rate that, like I said, because it's not that anything is done wrong. I just wish they would use a different material. But the craftsmanship on, I would have to give it, oh man, I'll give it an 8 again, just because I wish they would have used a more durable material, guys. Honestly, like, woo, I'm scared, you know, to handle this statue. Anyway, moving on to originality. Okay, now what I mean by originality, guys, is did they take a statue, in this case Gambit, obviously, and did they really push the envelope? Did they really say, let's try to do something nobody has done? Let's do something that won't be replicated. Let's do something that is going to stand out and withstand the test of time. And I kind of mentioned that with the execution, guys, and I would have to give the originality definitely a 10. Okay, again, with the base, the Danger Room base, the explosions, you know, not just having him in a museum pose either. And even this is definitely an action pose, but it's a very dynamic action pose. It's not something simple. It's not just, you know, kind of your cliche thing with Gambit. I mean, obviously all Gambit statues are going to have his cards, his staff. Those are his signature things. And obviously you see the energy wave, that's done also as well. But really, what can you do? I mean, you can have him holding the cards, but really that's going to be more of a museum pose. But yeah, I mean, I felt that the originality here, guys, taking him to the next level, I think that's what this is. And, you know, this is definitely why there's so many statues of Gambit out there. This one specifically, because when this guy came out, yeah, we knew there's going to be a hit, and it is. So yeah, the originality on him, definitely a 10. Okay. And last thing, value. Okay, so for the exclusive, guys, it was $700, and then you add the shipping and the tax. It came out to about $815 total. Do I feel that that was worth this statue? Absolutely, guys. You know, $815 is a lot of money to ask for, definitely. But when you get this in hand, you're gonna see why it costs that much, okay? So I feel that the value of this guy is definitely worth a 10. And I'll reference that by asking myself, okay, if this guy was sold out and somebody had it, what is the most I'd be willing to pay for this guy? And honestly, guys, for this statue, specifically more so because Gambit hasn't been made all that much, and I feel that it beats the XM piece. I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen the pictures, and I feel that this one beats the XM piece. I would have been willing to dish out $1,000 for this guy right here, guys, honestly. I mean, enough said. I mean, to me, yeah, the cost of statues, I'm sorry, are just going up and up. So you really have to be cautious of what you're really spending your money on. Not only that, if they're going to keep cranking up the prices on the statues, you better be giving me something that's worth that amount of money. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Just got cut off for a second, but that was the end of my review for Gambit here. I definitely hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please share this content with anybody you know who may be interested. And definitely leave a comment. I'm definitely curious to hear what you have to say about this guy in my review. And as always, guys, thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks, guys.